Hey guys, Lucas here. I'm glad you can tune back into my channel. In this episode, we're going to be talking about a few things that are really important to me, and that is paint prep and patience. Also, we're going to be talking about battery chatter in these MARUI Big Bears and how to eliminate the battery chatter. So, without further ado, let's get started on this model here. You're probably seeing the Christine model kit right here, and what's it got to do with this truck? Well, if you guys remember in previous episodes, I don't remember if it was maybe 4 episodes back, it could be 3. I was talking about the Christine model, and I wanted to do a Christine truck. I like to do movie-themed RCs sometimes. So I was like, well, I already did like Fall Guy, and I did a Knight Rider truck. Why not do the Christine truck? So that's how my brain works, guys. It's only one of these crazy brains in the world. All right, so let me tell you a little story about this one. I went to a ball game the same day I was painting and prepping this truck. Probably shouldn't have done that, or probably should have went to the game and not painted or prepped this truck that day. The game was 2 o'clock. I started prepping this truck around 12. That's asking for it. You want to take your time with this. And I believe also that day it was, the conditions were crappy. I believe it was windy, it was humid. And those things are a no-no when you're painting outside. So I just kind of threw caution in the wind and I said, yeah, let me roll the dice and do it. Well, I came back after the game, and of course, obviously my team lost. It was just a horrible day. This side, great. This side, not so great. Like, wow, what happened, man? Well, as you know, if you don't prep your the bodies properly, and if you don't, pay attention, use your common sense when you go outside. Everything, conditions gotta be right. Everything's gotta be right. That day I didn't wear my gloves. So guys, please wear your gloves when you paint these models. It's worth it. You buy these gloves for like $1 a pack. Use good clean sponges. Make sure there's no grease or grime on these things. Use a separate sponge that you're going to use for the body as opposed to you're going to do for a chassis or mechanicals. Use a good cloth when you're wiping these things down with, a couple of them at least. So, I didn't do a lot of that stuff when I painted this model, and it bit me in the butt on this one. So the Christine truck bit me. All right. So, but I had to wait for a couple weeks before I could refinish this side. You're probably thinking, well, why don't you just strip the whole thing down? Well, the rest of the truck is great. The other side's awesome. The top's great. This part is horrible. So I was like, I don't want to, strip it all down just if this part's bad. But if you guys ever come in a situation like that, I would highly recommend you guys just strip it all down. Probably a lot easier. So it took me about 2 weeks for the paint to cure enough so I could sand it, because otherwise it would just be smearing gunk all over it. So that was just a no-no. So I waited for the body to cure and I sanded it down. That's why we're here. So next stage, obviously, I'm going to have to go over even smoother sandpaper, get everything cured, and then that, and prime it really well, let that harden up, then go back with some soft coats of red, and that'll be done. So we're going to talk about now how to eliminate battery chatter inside these things. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. These trucks can be quite noisy when you run them. There is nothing to isolate the sound in there. So I have this trick I use, and it works pretty well on most RC models with tub type chassis, and that's this bicycle padded handlebar tape. I ride a lot of bike, and I usually have excess of this stuff. And you get these handlebar tape for around like $5-6. It's very cheap, especially if you do the eBay thing. But right here, it's got tape on the back, so you just pull that off, and it's sticky. So all you got to do is put it in here, and with my scissors, kind of trim the fit. So this one here, I don't have any in it yet, so we're going to add a little bit. It doesn't matter how you do, if you want it long-wise or width-wise. You know, it doesn't really matter. Right there. So I hope you guys learned a little bit from my mishap on the painting process, because that was awful. That was awful. Even my team lost that day. So patience, people, patience. So, not so loud. Isolates it pretty decent. Now, I already have it in my other truck here. I put it in most of my trucks. And this one here, I got it lengthwise, as you can see. It doesn't matter. And I kind of think the lengthwise is probably better. It seems to isolate the sound a lot better. But, you know, if you don't have a little bit left, you don't have enough, you can still put the strips in there, little bits of strip in there. So a really cool thing. In time, I do find that the strip, the adhesive, will wear off in the back. And that's where this comes in. There's a little hot glue gun. You just put a little hot glue, put it in, it's in there. So, well, that's pretty much it, folks. Hopefully you take from this video a little bit of information and you run with it. And I know I've learned my lesson on this Christine truck. So if you have any questions, please drop them down below. If you can, please hit a like on my video, and I would love for you to subscribe. Got a whole bunch more content coming up about RC in general, not just about the big bears. Alrighty, you guys, keep on RCing. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.